to see phase one of remodeling equipment. Open the door and we're greeted by emptiness. This used to be the kitchen. And there was a door here that led to a laundry room, and up here was your air conditioning unit. Went through that vent. There's the old fuse box. The air conditioning condenser kept this room pretty noisy and pretty warm, along with the washer and dryer. I'm replacing the air conditioning unit with 3 or 4 mini split units. Those condensers can also be warm and noisy, except that luckily we can use this chase to run the tubing for the air conditioning, for the mini split condensers outside the unit. And what that does is it opens up the laundry room to be part of the kitchen. So now this is the refrigerator, this is the kitchen sink. We'll have to modify the window. I have 16 feet of counter space. This is going to be the stove. We'll leave it wide enough for a 6-burner stove. There'll be an eating bar here. It's where me and the kids eat anyway. Where the wheelbarrow is, there'll be a kitchen island. I'd like to do something architecturally interesting with this wall, bookcase, or use drywall to create maybe an arch with some shelves in it. So it reminisces the arches here, the niches in the wall that I kept. I'm going to put glass shelves in those. We're through with the demolition stage now. Pretty much everything is out of here that needs to be torn out. They've got it cleaned up. The next and most important phase is to redo all the electrical and plumbing. The electrical is about 25 years old, and these outlets don't have one side larger for a hot wire or hot prong and one side for a neutral. So modern appliances won't fit in them. And the plumbing is outdated, the fixtures are bad. The air conditioning unit was so bad, it was broken, and an air conditioning tech basically looked at it and said, don't bother. By getting rid of that air conditioning and the ducting, I gained about an extra foot of ceiling height right here, which is kind of nice. My contractor will smooth down these walls, which are sort of bumpy and concrete, and make them look like smooth drywall. We'll add some architectural interest up here in the corners with sheetrock and put some lights inside those. I've seen people do some pretty creative things with track lighting and hidden lights. The unit is basically 2 large rectangles. One from the entry through the kitchen, dining area, entertainment area, and the other 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. You can only get so creative with it. Basically, you can change closets and do nice woodwork. You can change the entry to the master bath so it's private. Obviously, new flooring that can run all the way out onto the balcony. But you can't get too creative because you're limited by the dimensions you've got. Things will get fun when it comes time to put the finishes in. The drywall, the lighting, the countertops, and lastly the art and the furniture. Doesn't look like much now. This is where the concrete bed base was. When they took that out, they did it with sledgehammers. Same with the closet. We may do an entryway into the bathroom here instead of here. It's the old one. May put the soaking tub back in. This is a desk or just a table, a mirror. There'll be a sectional sofa here. entertainment center here against the wall. The tub will go. And from here you can get a view of the marina. That's pretty. I'm a tennis player. One of my favorite features is 4 really nicely maintained tennis courts. And a lot of my neighbors play tennis. I play with 2 or 3 people here now. It was so popular back in the 80s, they even built bleachers. Not many people sit and watch, but it's a great place to play tennis. Look at the grounds. The project is pretty big. Stretches all the way to the end of the block. These 1980s units sold for $120,000, $130,000, maybe $140,000 recently. Now everybody's asking over $150,000 up to $200,000 for lightly remodeled. I can't say there's a lot of sales in that range, but I think people have the feeling that there's value here. I think you can buy one for $130,000, $140,000, remodel it, and have instant equity. That's my plan.